Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to some more inside line racing action here on a Thursday night. We haven't seen action for 2 weeks now. We had a week break last week, but we're back now for round 11 this season. Halfway through the season, after quite an eventful end to the British Grand Prix, we turn to a track that's also been providing lots of action in real life. It's the German Grand Prix, and possibly could be the last time we see the German Grand Prix on an ILR calendar for a while. Depends what next season is going to be like. Even if there isn't going to be a next season, we don't know when the new game is going to be out. I'm just going to change the title of the stream whilst I can, because it's really complicated on the PlayStation, so I like to just copy one of the other stream things, but just change the division number so it makes it nice and easy for me to do. Yep, alright, so just got that sorted. 9 out of 18 people. Waste is unfortunately late, but guess it never changed the waste Cuba thing. But we are going to be underway now because we have been given the go ahead to go. Changes have been saved. Y Racer trying to punch ready up centre there. Got one spectator. Oh, Waste has just made it with 4 seconds to go. My god, what a lucky guy he is. We didn't wait. And now we can finally get underway. I'm just going to send the stream link out into the chat. Now we'll get a little bit of track facts up for this German Grand Prix. Let me just share out the link first. And it looks quite a dry qualifying at the moment. You don't know, it could just change with a blink of an eye. You could go from dry to wet or wet to dry. We just, as I said, we just don't know. Just going to send. I need to sign into my Twitter account real quick. But whilst no one's out on track, it's pretty easy to do. But I'm kind of hoping there's no hold ups, because I've got to go straight for ILR1 after, so hopefully there's not any hold ups. There we are, all sent, and let's go. No one coming out on track just yet. We'll get the tired telemetry up, or the ones that is fitted. I have a new pad for tonight, so it feels good that so I don't have to use my L3 to constantly try and select all of the menus. I can use my D-pad once again, so I expect my camera skills to be a lot better than what they have been previously. We're trying to work the HUD, because it took a lot longer than it needed to originally when choosing all the camera. We've got Philip Hogson, the first man out on track on the soft compound or medium compound tyres. Sorry, we'll just get the ILR standings up at the moment for ILR7. I don't know the standings myself, to be honest, because it was such a topsy-turvy end of the race last week. I didn't actually see. It's ILR7 championship standings. Yeah, so we got Nicky leading the way on 127, second Senna 117, third MK Board 98, fourth Kyle on 96, fifth Ryan Berry on 83, sixth Dan's Car on 41, seventh Y Race on 34, eighth Apex Whiteout on 31, 33, ninth is J-League on 31, and 10th is Panos on 30. In the constructor standings, I believe Mercedes lead the way, second Williams, third McLaren, fourth Renault, fifth Toro Rosso, sixth Racing Point, seventh Ferrari, 8th Alfa Romeo, 9th Haas, and then round out the top 10 is Red Bull, the struggling Red Bull team. Let's see what they can do today as Philip does come through turn 1 here. Looks quite nice there. Coming out quite early on a set of medium compound tyres, so are we going to be getting rain for the race, I wonder, because usually if you want to do the one stop around here, it'll be the medium to hard strategy. You can't get away with the softer hard, or if you can, but tyre degradation should be very high and the wear at the end should be too risky of getting a puncture. I would not recommend it. If you're really good at tyres, then might as well go for it, but if you're mediocre like me, then there's no point in really going for it. So you see Philip Olsen halfway through the lap now, approaching this fast right hand where you usually drop one gear and then fling the car in. It looks quite nice now, and into the stand where Hamilton and Vettel have both crashed in the past. Quite a tricky corner this is. Very easy to lose the car and go off into the barriers. Hamilton a bit more spectacular than Vettel, although the scene of Vettel doing it was a bit more dramatic than Lewis Hamilton. Anyway, Philip Holks is going to be the first person to set up here in ILR7. It's going to be a 13.5 with a Renault of MK4 just behind. It's just a 14.1 in the hard, so really that's not too bad of a time from Philip, to be fair to him. Looked quite nice. Anyone else? Ryan Berry 13.6. He's got Williams just ahead of him of Panos. Who else is there? We have to go back to Bill, I'd say. Bill's coming towards the end of his lap now. Final 2 corners in real life. This year's race in real life. Those final 2 corners were like an ice rink for all drivers. We saw about 4, 5, 6 cars all crash there due to how slippery it was. Let's see a KK in the Alfa Romeo. He goes 7th. Panos just up ahead. What about we'll stick with Panos in the Williams, approaching the Mercedes grandstand. We got yellows in sector 2, so I wonder if we're going to be approaching that just now. A lot of drivers out on the hards, to be fair. I thought maybe it could be rain. It still could be. Star goes pole with a 13.5 and the soft. Philip Olsen gets well out of the way. Not a bad effort from Star making his debut in ILR7. Just wish him the best of luck standing in for risky racer. Got 19 people in. Seppaduno unfortunately did not show up, but that's what happens sometimes in league racing. Anyway, let's see Panos up to 9. It's a 14.9 from the Williams, and he slots himself into P9. What about J. Luke? J. Luke would be a traditional ILR7 race without a J. Luke bottle. Hello to Tin. Hopefully we can provide all the action you would like to see here in ILR7. He's got Red Bull just ahead of him of, I believe, Star. I have to just double check. It might be Star, might be Romo G. It's Star 1000. Star just finished his lap, so hopefully Star gets out of the way and he gets well off the track there. So good from him. J. Luke throwing this McLaren around 50.9 now, and I drop him 2 gears, in fact, not 1 gear for him. I thought maybe see 1 gear now into the sets curve in the final set. They're very tricky in the wet, quite easy on the dry. Let's see what J. Lee could do in the McLaren. He says he doesn't have the pace, to be honest, but he's been up there in a few races to get good results. I just like to see one of those races come out with a bit of luck for him so he can get the result he actually deserves, as Dan's car's just gone P8 on a 13.9. Look how close it is. Top 8 separate by 0.3 of a second. MK board just improved. 13.9. Kyle on 1 again. No, every car seems to be going quite slow at the moment. But currently, after about 6 minutes in qualifying, Star is your leader. You've got yellows in sector 1 and sector 3. Who's that? Kyle. Get out of the way of Gardaman. So I wonder if Gardaman's going to be starting at that. Gardaman was really fast in the opening part of the season. Haven't really seen much of him since, but he'll be hoping to rekindle some of that wonderful form he did have in the Ferrari. See now approaching turn 1. Very easy to get invited. Star has left the session, but he's got multiple invites, so he should be alright. Gardaman did run a bit wide. I'll check if that isn't invalid, although he's got Robo Jeep just ahead of him, could be in the way. I guess that, and I think that's his lap over. Yep, it is. Kyle is on 1. These 2 tests up through the sector 1. We've got Shadow coming in. Good luck to Bill. Always here supporting. what I assume is a good mate of his in the Renault. Let's see. Hopefully Bill can deliver tonight. Kyle though, 2 tenths up through the first set. That was looking quite rapid. He's looking good to possibly match it to go pole position on a set of hard tyres. That'd be quite fascinating if he could. Nicky is on one as well, so we'll turn our attentions to Nicky just after Kyle's lap finishes. And Kyle says a 50.3. He's almost 6.5 tenths up through the middle. Through the middle set, and I think that could have been invalid. We'll have to wait and see. So he did dip a wheel off the track there into the gravel, in fact, so did run very, very wide as he comes around the penultimate corner. Now the final corner. LK Kyle, it seems like a new driver this season, and he goes fastest on a 13.2. That's a great lap from him. Turn attention to Nicky, 15.8 through sector 1, now approaching the Mercedes grandstand. Will Nicky be committed to this one stop on the softs to hards? Maybe try a different approach this week after constantly being caught up in collisions, just don't know. And now the final sector. Prefers a wider line through Sats curve, which then swings him around for the final sector. Gives a good run here. Now the penultimate corner, and Nicky doesn't bother to finish the lap. He's going to pit. Senna is on one, but he's in none, so I imagine he won't be going much faster. Let's go back to Robo Jeep. 16.3 through the first sector. Struggled bit this season as Robo Jeep. He'll be looking to put all of his struggles to one side after the mid-season break and come back as a new driver. It's not too bad there, 50.7. Currently about half a second off the pace, but Kyle is leading the way by 3 tenths. Let's see what the best times will be set on. Look at that. Kyle on the hards is 4 tenths quicker than any hard tyre person around him. Good effort from him. Let's see Robo Jeep round the final corner in the Red Bull. What can he do? He goes P2, Robo Jeep. Good effort from him. He'll be happy with that. I want to turn my attention to Speed Senna. 16.4 through sector 1. He's got an Alfa Romeo just behind the Alfa Romeo. Could have got a nice little slipstream there. Okay, I believe is the Alfa, as his team at Apex Whiteout is in the pit lane. He runs a bit wide there, Senna. 51.1 in the middle, so he's currently about 4 tenths slower than Robo Jeep, which means he's going to be about 5 tenths slower than Kyle. But let's have a look. He could gain time in this final sector. Around the stats curve he comes. And now coming into the penultimate corner, cars starting to come out on the mediums quite early, to be fair. So I wonder, are we going to see everyone qualified on the softs or not? Ryan Berry, I caught that right at the end. 12.7 goes fastest. Good effort from him. Just caught that a bit too late for my liking. Where's Alex? Alex on the hards is just a half attempt down 3 sector 1, but all right on board. I think there's still time to gain, I'm sure. We've got yellows in sector 3. I wonder if that's for a car going slow, or have we got an instant now? Have a little look, but Alex does go off. Who is it for? Is it for Y Racer? No, it's not for Y Racer, but let's watch the front. Never mind, it's gone valid. No one else to watch, really. Rune is out of fuel, unfortunately for him, recoloured. Robo Jeep goes again. See what you can do as he opens DRS. He's a 10th and a bit up through sector 1, so it's currently going to move him onto the front row. Looks like quite a good first sector from Robo Jeep as he now approaches the hairpin. Crucial breaking around the 100 metre mark to try clip the inside Apex. He does that very nicely, and on exit now will be coming through turn 7 and then into turn 8 when Mercedes grandstand is track. I would love to see Mercedes try save this track, seeing it is their home Grand Prix. It'd be good to see them try save it. Robo Jeep freed a bit tense up through middle sector, so he's currently on for a 12 now. Robo Jeep currently going to get onto the front row. What time does Kyle come back on? He's come back out on a set of hards. It's interesting. Anyway, let's watch Robo Jeep. J Luke goes fastest, 12.7 from out of nowhere. too busy watching Romo Jeep as he approaches the line. 13-0 from him. But J. Luke, currently your man on pole position. Good effort from him. Got 16-3 from by racer in the first sector. Is anyone else close? Gardaman. Gardaman's going to be one I want to watch. Almost losing the rear. What? That car does not look stable. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some yellow flags through sector 1 during the race start. Has rejoined the lobby. I'd be looking to improve his time on those mediums from what he said on the soft, so we have a bit of a challenge for him there if that is all he's got in that car. We'll see anyway as Gardaman does approach the hairpin. 100 metre braking board, nice, easy slow down to first gear. And slow, so smooth on the throttle and out the hairpin to now approach turn 7 and turn 8. Flat out kick, even in the wet. And now down to heavy braking, so you can get him overtaken, move down the inside here, but you don't want to be on the outside because you'll guarantee 9 times out of 10 end up being pushed off. Gardaman, almost 5 tenths up through the middle sector, and that would be only good enough to put him about P4, but with more time to be gained in this final sector, I wonder where Gardaman could go. Can Gardaman get anywhere near the front? Bill is out, he's down in P16, that is his qualifying over. Anyway, see the Ferrari driver, will it be pole? It will be pole, of course it's pole from this man. This man is just way too fast. Kyle 2 tenths up, but if I was him I'd come into the pits, there's no point finishing the lap. Senna down into turn 8, takes the wide exit and now swings the car around. Can he keep it within the track limits? He does keep it well within the track limits. 50.5 in the middle. I'm not sure if that's on the pace of Gardaman, but he don't want to be focusing on Gardaman. He wants to focus on beating his championship rival Nicky. Currently Senna had a very good start to the season and now finds himself trailing by 10 points in the championship. It's not what he wants. I'll be looking to amend that as he comes round the final corner now. What can Speed Senna do? It's a 13-2 and goes P6. He won't be too happy with that lap. Right, his teammates half a second up. You know what? His teammate's going to smash Senna, by the way. It's looking as he comes round the final corner. Speed, Dan's car. What can he do in the Mercedes? You know what? It's second. He absolutely obliterates his teammate and goes onto the front row. Good effort from him. Alex, 50.7. He's down in his PB. So what he wants. Panos was 2 tenths up through sector 1, so let's see what he can do. He said he was a bit ill in chat, so we wishing him the best and hopefully he can race to the best of his ability. 50.3 in the middle, that's not too shabby from Panos, to be fair to him. Not too shabby at all. He loses the rear a little under braking there, but what can the Williams driver do? Can he get into the top 10? He's had a rough ILR7 season, and he'll be looking to put that to rest. Anyway, Panos round the final corner. It's a 13-1. It goes P6. Not too bad for him. Got Senna gearing up to do another lap. Who else is there on 1? Alex. Nope. 2.1 down in sector 1. Let's watch Waste, BWRT Waste, as he comes around the final corner to start up here in ILR. His final run in qualifying. We've got a Mercedes engine firing up in the pit lane, so I wonder if that's Nicky coming out of the garage. Anyway, let's focus on Waste. That looks quite nice from Waste through turn 1 there. Kept it well within the track limits and now braking for turn 2. So always crucial to get your braking right here and get a good exit, because it really can help your exit onto this straight here, give you more speed coming down the straight and provide a better chance of overtaking. We should see a lot of overtakes here tonight, as there is 3 consecutive DRS zones, so if we don't see a lot of overtakes, I think I'll be severely disappointed. Look how close the top 10 are. Top 10 are separated by, actually no, top 5 no, actually, yes, each driver's within close proximity of each other, that's what I can say, but the gap doesn't show it, but they're within close proximity of each other. Let's watch Waste anyway. 50.4 middle, he's almost 2 seconds up in his time. Waste looking quite a strong time from Waste as he approaches the final chicane now. What can the Racing Point driver do? Round the penultimate corner, MK Bourne does retire from the session. That's his qualifying done, sorry. Kyle Purple will be a report. Waste goes 6th. Kyle is absolutely flying from what I'm hearing. 50.1. No, he's only 2 tenths up on his hard time, Kyle. So he's currently not on to get pole, but for more time to be gained in the final sector, can he go on pole position? As around the penultimate corner he comes, can he get what looked like such an easy pole for him? Around the final corner, is it going to be pole? No, it's not. It's going to be third for him. Not what he would have wanted. Nicky, championship leader in P19. 16-1, sector 1. You have to watch Apex Whiteout, who's gone second in the softs. Wow, that was out of nowhere. Rude Galed. I think I have to watch. Who else is there on one? Speed Y Racer? Nope, he's done. So we'll go to Rude Galed, then we'll turn our attentions to the championship leader Nicky. Leave it for one last run here in qualifying. Rude runs quite wide. I wonder if that's in invalidation. 4 tenths up on his time is Rude. Currently now put him about P10. Currently championship man in second. Speed 10 having a miserable qualifying down in 10th. Not what he would have wanted. Anyway, Rude Galed round the penultimate corner he comes. You got Ray Racing saying Vamos Bill. Vamos Bill indeed down in P18. As round the final corner comes Rude and he goes P7. Now where is Nicky? Nicky up to the line. It's P4 for Nicky. Look how close it is between Nicky and Dan's car. 1,000 separate now. I wonder if Y Race is done as well. Yep, Y Race is done. So he is the last person to be watching in qualifying for tonight's race. Yeah, and Y Racer does head round in a spin just to top it off for what has been a miserable qualifying. And Y Racer is going to spin around again in the pit lane, and he's not even going to hit the pit lane. Oh dear, Y Racer is not what you want to see. So we're just waiting for Whiteout and Senna or Panos to retire from qualifying, and then we can get going for the race. Apex Whiteout on the alternate strategy, which is something you'd like to see. Robo Jeep down in 9th on the medium. So everyone apart from Star and Apex Whiteout and Y Race and the KK all qualified on the mediums. I don't know why we're stuck. There we go. Anyway, your grid is Garderman on pole with Apex Whiteout in second. Third is Dan's car. Fourth is Nicky. Fifth Kyle. Sixth J Luke. 7th Ryan Berry, 8th Rude Galed, 9th Robo Jeep, and round out the top 10. His best qualifying in the season is BWRT race. And 11th we've got Panos, 12th is a miserable qualifier for Speed Senna, 13th MK Bourne, 14th Star on his debut, 15th Philip Hodgson, 16th Alex, 17th Y Racer, 18th for KK, and then rounding out the grid in 19th position is Bill 2203. Who's been the standout performer from qualifying? If anyone is watching your chat, who would you say is your standout performer? If I have to give it to someone, I'll give it to Dan's car. Dan's car destroying his teammate. It's usually the other way around. Good effort from Dan's car. Hopefully he can transition to race, and it looks quite dry. It's quite sunny here in Hockenheim, so no rain at the moment. Which is why I think is what you like to see, because rain does kill the action just a bit. I'm going to ask you in the chat now, go for your podium interviews, podium predictions. We got Shadow saying Bill, Ray Racer saying Bill #1, last to first easy. We got a lot of Bill fans it seems in the chat. Well, we'll see if Bill can make you lot happy. I'd like to see him make you happy, but it's going to be a very difficult race for him. So we'll get the tyre selections up. So Garnerman, everyone's on the top, in the top 10 is on the mediums apart from Apex Whiteout on the sauce. Then 11th you've got Panos on the hards, 12th center mediums, 13th MK Braun hards, 14th, 15th R-Star and Philip Holston on the mediums, Alex on 16th on the hards, White Racing 17th on the mediums, so KK 18th on the hards, and 19th is Bill on the medium compound types. Got big Bill fans in the chat, because first Bill, second Bill, third Bill. I don't think we can actually, I think Bill, people think Bill is that good. He can take every position in the podium. He deserves his own podium. That's what people are trying to get out of here. You know, I agree profusely. See what the Renault driver can do. All the way down. In P19, it's going to need a miracle, I think. It's going to need a big miracle this race in order to do well. On a serious note, put your top 3 in the chat, and not just all Bill. So I'm generally interested to see what you think. I feel like we'll see a Garnerman first, Nicky second, and Kyle third. I feel like that'll be our top 3. Let's go to our race leader, leading us around the final corner of the formation lap to line up on the grid to then get us eventually underway here in ILR7. Every car coming around that final corner now. Look at that. Another one and another one and another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. The final car's just come around the final corner. A lot of finals being said here, and this could be final time wherever racing in Hockenheim. So let's cherish this whilst we can and cherish the action. The lights are on in Germany, and they're not away just yet on our screen. And we are eventually racing now. It's lights out, and away we go for the start of the German Grand Prix. It looks like a good start from Garnerman. Apex Whiteout getting off to a horrible start. Nicy's not got a good run off turn 1. We've got yellows in sector 1. Is that speed Senna? It is Senna. Senna's the wrong way round. It's disappointment for him. Not what he wants to be seeing. But we need to turn our attentions to his teammate Danskar, because Danskar is going to be all over the back of Apex Whiteout. Look at that mega slipstream here. Keep it careful at the hairpin, guys. Apex Whiteout defends, and he just holds on. I watch from J-Luke's POV because he looks like to have a really good point of view for this. Nicky's had a terrible start. We've got more action going on in the midfield here as well. We got Williams trying to die fast. The Red Bull Star. Can you get it done? No, you can't. Those hards are going to take a bit of time to get up to full working range. It looks like a relatively clean first lap apart from the centre thing, of course, but oh, never mind, I've just jinxed it, haven't I? Yep, I have. Oh, well, it's unfortunate for him. We got Roro Jeep dropping down the grid as well. What's happened to him? He's round at the final corner now. I've just completely jinxed it. What have I done? Anyway, we're going to have to watch this battle for P2, because look at this. Danskar's got a slipstream on Apex Whiteout. Garnerman's already got a second lead. Quite astonishing, this pace. And look at this now. Apex Whiteout having to defend the inside. Will we be able to hang on? Round the outside goes Danskar. With one Mercedes down the back and having to change the front wing, the other Mercedes is going to have to deliver. I think he's gone round the outside of Whiteout. He has. Good move from Speed Danskar to get up to P2. Great driving from them two. Great respect to show between each of the drivers. And now J-Luke will be itching to get past. He knows he's much quicker than Apex Whiteout at the moment. Makes a slight mistake there, and attack can go to defence. Because look at Nicky. Nicky's going to be licking his lips here as we about to start lap 3. Danskar still being caught by Apex Whiteout, but don't count out Nicky, because Nicky is still there and ready to pounce. J-Luke not caring about the track limits whatsoever. think I'll turn my attention back to Apex Whiteout because he's got DRS here on Dan's car. DRS is enabled for the Alfa Romeo driver. Where can he go? Can he possibly lunge one up the inside? Oh, he will late on the brakes, and attack turns to, or defense turns to attack for Whiteout. Now I'm sure it's going to turn to defense. No, it's not. Star getting passed by MK Born as Hard's finally starting to come into temp here. And look at J-Luke get passed by Nicky. Nicky up to P4 now. And now Kyle gets past J-Luke because J-Luke has lost 2 positions. And it looks like he's going even more backwards. He's lost another one to Ryan Berry after a silly mistake which has cost him dearly. Nicky's a very patient driver. Don't expect Nicky to go for something silly. He'll wait for his opportunity and then he'll pounce. That's why he's a championship leader. Fast and consistent. Apex Whiteout a bit wide out turn 1, and here we go to the outside of turn 2 goes Nicky. Let's be brave. He's got it done. Great driving from Nicky, although Whiteout's going to hold it round the outside. DRS is enabled for Whiteout, so it will allow him to come right back past Nicky. And you'll see that right now he'll wave bye bye to the Williams driver with Kyle just behind. Just lurking. Could have almost stuck his nose down the inside there. Thought he could get that done. Got J-Luke on. Ooh, J-Luke on Waste. Down the inside on the brake, late on the brake, so it's Waste, but J-Luke even harder on the brakes covers him off. Cold tyres Panos, that's the issue, unfortunately. Look at that, we have a car going off wide there, MK Born. He's going to be side by side with Star as he, nope, Star jumps ahead of him. Good driving from Star. Doing a very good job there to get past. Get past MK Born after making a mistake. Lap 5 now. Maybe Apex Whiteout was considered pitting at the end of this lap. Off those soft tyres, gotta wait and see. Currently Nicky is doing just about enough to hold on to P3. I reckon he'll be able to attack Dan's car rather than defend Dan's car. Being gained on massively on that show as we approach the hairpin there. Turn attention to Rue Goddard. Waste gets past J-Luke. J-Luke gets a time penalty. You won't be happy about that. But Waste currently having a great drive at the moment. P7. That's what he'll need for his season. Just a good result, and it really will hopefully make him a smooth operator in this division. You know what? J-Luke's just been passed around the outside. We've got yellows in sector 2. It's Apex Whiteout. He's facing the wrong way around, and the Alfa Romeo's driver tyres have just died completely. These two in third and fourth are really like hounding the back of Dan's car now. They're getting closer and closer. So you come through turn 1. Kyle, the fastest lap of the race. Nicky doing a solid job to make sure he gets no warnings. It's just important what you got to do there. And here comes Nicky now. DRS enabled for the Mercedes driver, or Williams driver on the Mercedes, and Dan's car has nothing to do about that, and he waves bye bye to Nicky in P2. Now P3 is his. I'm sure he won't keep hold out for much longer because he's got flying Kyle behind him. Got MK Born here, sorry about MK Born and Y Racer battling with Star just behind us. I do apologise for that little yawn. And Y Racer is doing quite a good job to hold off Star. Star runs a bit wide there. That car's using as much of the track they can. Seeing J-Luke in the background there, having to pit for a new set of tyres. He's got out of that traffic and he wants to go push on a set of hard tyres, which could work, but might also not work, which would then be very unfortunate. Nicky fastest at 15.7. Nicky is on a charge. So Star 17.5, almost 2 seconds slower than Nicky like that. Wow. But here we go. Kyle's got DRS, he's got Slipstream on Dan's car. They both got DRS. Here comes Dan, Kyle on Dan's car, down the inside goes Kyle, and as easy as that, should get the move done. Yeah. Gets it done quite nicely. Great driving from him. MK Bourne and Y Racer battling it out for P8 and P9, and MK Bourne just holds on to his position. Bill currently up into 13th for all you Bill fans watching in the chat, doing a solid job at the moment. Who else is there? We've got Alex and Bill. Actually, speaking of Bill, Bill made a mistake and Alex looks good on the inside but can't, just too far back unfortunately for him. Let's give the race lead a bit of TV show. God, the man, what a driver he is being so far in tonight's race. Doing a mega job in. And there we got Waste getting past Rude. So Waste up yet another position. What a drive this is being from Waste. See how Kyle also dropping out of DRS, and Nicky and his, oh my god, almost got hit by Dan's car. Got Rude got it. Oh my god, look at that, we can see 4 abreast there. Down the inside goes the Renault on both, and Waste was in 6th at the end of sector 1. He's been tagged there and now just rejoins the track in P8. Oh, you're thinking about going down the inside was Y Racer. You know what, somehow I think he could get that move done, though he can't. So you have to watch his star. He will get you in a blink of an eye, this man, if you're not careful. It's like a silent hit, man, is star. 1 minute you're focusing on that target, next minute you've got a new target of star 1000. Great driving he has done so. So KK has lagged out from P12, which is unfortunate for him. It is indeed little commentary. Ash. If you are wondering, I'm just recovering from being quite sick, so I might not be at my full best tonight, but we got a KK getting past there, which is unfortunate for me back in the lobby. And here comes Y Racer on the racing point of Waste. Waste looked so good a couple of laps ago, and now he is being passed by Y Racer, who moves aggressively to the inside, not letting him get back through, which is very crucial for his Waste in fact. Waste quite a tongue twister there. Waste is starting to drop back down the pack a bit, and he's got Star just behind him. Who else is there? Nicky keeping with Garnerman now, to be fair. Let's go on board with Nicky. Wonder if we'll see anyone pit soon from P1 or 2. I reckon if Nicky pits early, he will get an undercut on Garnerman, because once those mediums drop off, they drop off big time. So an undercut could be very powerful here tonight. Panos has left the session. Let's go. I think I have to focus more on this midfield battle. Y Race is kind of leaving Waste, and his Waste got front wing damage. No, he's just struggling for pace on these tyres, and Star all over the back of him, but makes a bit of a mistake coming out of there, so really it isn't that great for him. Brew got it in P6, I didn't know, he's doing a great job. And Kyle seems to have dropped miles off the pace. Waste and Star around the outside of Waste. Oh, Haas having a bit of a tank slapper behind him, and Waste just holds on to P9 with NK Bourne also down the inside of Rude. Got red on those hards, good move. But Rude is not going to get this up, he's going to hold it back around the outside, and Toro Rosso, no he can't, he goes off the track and eventually loses out to Y Racer as well. Not what he would want there. .1 second is that gap between Nicky and Garderman now. Nicky might not be as fast as Gardner in quality pace, but in race pace I think he's certainly got it over the Ferrari driver. Very good driving from Nicky. Wonder if he'll have DRS as well. Nicky will have DRS in the back of Gardner. Look at that, there's clouds starting to form as well here in Germany. Lap 11 out of 34, 23 to go of this race. And Gardner is your race leader. Got Wace and Star battling away. Star gonna go to the outside. Wace gonna break late, try to hold on round the outside, goes Star, there's a bit of contact. And Star will look to tuck into the slipstream there and try and catch Wace off guard if he can. Wow. Got MK1 in 7th, catching Y-Racer in 6th. Good result for these two. I'm gonna have to go to the back right at the front now because Nicky is getting ever closer to the back of Gardner. I feel like we might see a move here. I feel like we will see a move. Lap 12 out of 34. It looks so comfortable for Gardner, but Nicky has managed to claw it back, and he's got the DRS, he's got the slipstream. I think it's going to be a hard one for Gardner to fight. Will Nicky launch one round the outside? He's got to. Round the outside goes the Williams driver on the Ferrari. Can he get through? Nice and clean. And you know what, Nicky was thinking about going back down the inside there. In fact, they were side by side. I do apologise about that. Just completely zoned out just for a sec there. It does happen sometimes, unfortunately. And that was the unfortunate time. Philip Hogston and Star battling. Philip down the inside. Oh, it's going to be close. And Bill's going to be loving this. I think Star's got a bit of front wing damage. He does. To his right front end plate. This is really disappointing for him. He's going to lose a lot. JD 33 seconds off the lead now. Here comes Nicky. Anyway, Nicky's going to have to go late on the brakes, I feel. Gaining and gaining massively in slipstream there. Round the outside goes Nicky. Gonna try to switch back this time. Think he will. Oh, is the door there? No, it's not just there for him, unfortunately. Anyway, who else is there? MK1's VY Racer. Seems to be an everlasting battle. Anyway, I think I have to go back to the bout at the front. Nicky in fact pits, and Nicky goes for the undercut here. Wow, it's quite amazing. I assume it will be a set of hard command ties. It's got to be. Yep, it will. Now we'll see what can Gardner do in response to that. But I have to watch MK Ball and Y-Racer first. So MK Ball is still over the back of Y-Racer and won't lose any of his hours when I'm on board with him. Look at that. Y-Racer is going to come out just ahead of Nicky. Nicky side by side with Y-Racer, easy for Nicky. And MK Bourne, can you get past? No, it's too far back. I do apologise, guys. I do keep zoning out and zoning back in for a brief second. Don't know what's going on. We've got a bit of action there. I have to watch this one. It's down the inside goes MK Bourne and Y-Racer, and aggressive on the brakes on both of them there. MK Bourne just goes around the outside with those tyres being better now. We'll see what he can do. Gardner does pit. And we'll see how close he comes out in comparison to Nicky. Where will Gardner come out in comparison to Nicky? Nicky coming around the final corner. I assume Gardnerman's going to get undercut. You know what? He has got undercut. That is unfortunate for the Ferrari driver. He has lost out on the effective race lead here, which is not what he wanted to be doing, unfortunately for him. See Gardnerman now attacking Nicky. Gardnerman to the outside. There's a bit of contact between the two. Nicky just holds on, but this is going to get fierce between these two. Gardnerman going to go round the outside to turn 7. King can, you know what? He's going to have the inside for turn 8. It's going to be a great move. Oh, a bit of contact there. I wonder, does Nicky have any damage there? That's, you know, quite a big hit on the front left, if you ask me. Oh, Gardnerman lets him go. Fair sportsmanship from Gardnerman. I guess he got the point that it wasn't the cleanest of moves, so he decided to go to position back to Nicky to continue the fight. The top 3 all do finally come into the pit lane at the end of that 15. Ooh, we got yellows in sector 2. It's the championship leader Senna. What a disastrous weekend it's been for him. No wing, and I wonder if we'll see a safety car deployed. See Gardnerman down the inside, possibly nudged a bit too far back. Have to go to Alex. Someone like Alex. Of course, he's going to try to get out the inside of Dan's car, is he? Oh, it's going to be contact, surely. Bit of contact with the front left end plate and the rear of Dan's car's car. He can't get through. And Philip Hodgson gets up into P13 past Apex Whiteout and was 10 that well with mediums. Two slot don't really seem to be working out for Apex Whiteout, unfortunately for him. Really unfortunate for him. But anyway, let's watch. Gardnerman once again on the back of Nicky. Gardnerman fast lap 15.6, impressively fast from him. And he gets himself a penalty the corner after, which is not what he wants to be doing. Let's see, 4.5 tenths behind. He's surely going to be able to strike a distance here. The opposite side is just a little. And down the inside goes Gardnerman. He can't get the move done, unfortunately, for him. I think it's the only battle on track we can actually watch. So never mind, I'd rather just said that. I think Polston getting past Apex Whiteout there, which is good to see. Kyle MK Bourne. Kyle gets stuck here behind MK Bourne, which is not what he wants to be doing. I think this is the closest battle. We have to watch them. We have to go to the battle for the lead, because look how close Kyle is. He has to get past. He's losing too much time behind MK Bourne now on those 17 lap old hard compound tyres. Gardnerman, actually he's got to run too fair, Gardnerman. Late on the switch, down the inside, bit of contact once again. Nicky once again smart to it and sends him for the switch back. Will MK Bourne try to save him? No. Good driving from them both there. Gardnerman tried a little bit of a switch back there to try to catch Nicky off guard, but unfortunately for him, it did not work. And it resulted in him going off the track and losing time to his rivals behind him. see. Quite a decent scrap form for P8, P10, P4, P13, P16. So we've definitely got battles everywhere. See, who else is there? The race is starting to die down just a bit now. Bit of a slipstream fest is starting to become. And Gardaman is getting ever closer to Nicky. He's going to try late on the brakes once again down the inside. And he can't get it done, unfortunately for him. Let's go to Rude. All over the back of the racing point of waste. And Rude is going to head to the outside here. And that was easy as that for Rude. Got it around the outside and up into Kenny went all the way trying to come back down the inside, and he can't get the move done, unfortunately for him. Got a battle for P15, 16 and 17 between the KK Star and Robochi. MK1 finally into the pit lane. He's had enough of those tyres and onto a set of medium compounds he will go. Quite a long way to go on those mediums, to be fair. I thought he would have went a bit longer on the hards, but clearly not, as Nicky gets a 3-second time penalty out in the lead. They've gone around just following. How often do we see someone like Speed send a DNF? Not very often. But we saw one tonight, the man who is currently sitting in second in the championship. Oh no! Oh my god, he's thrown away such a good result as Rude got ahead. I wonder if that could bring out a safety car, because that is just ridiculously dangerous parked on the right, on the straight there. Has to be a safety car, surely. No, it's not a safety car. Wow. And he's got past Bill into the hairpin. Oh, Philip, sorry, got past Bill into the hairpin. So now I have to watch though for the race lead between Gardman and Nicky. Gardman all over the back of Nicky. He's literally hounding him. Like Mr. Burns hounds from The Simpsons. That's what Gardman's like at the moment. Let's see, can he throw all what he's got at Nicky? DRS. So extreme. And the outside goes to Gardman. Can he get the switch back? Tries to. They're going to be side by side. Round the outside, Nicky down the inside. Gardner is great racing between the two, and Gardner is going to swoop round the outside and finally get back what was his, and that is the race lead. MK Bourne gets past Speed. Y race there for P8. Nice and easy for him on those fresh medium tyres. Got to be careful not to take too much out of them, those he don't want to take them, and then they die right at the end. Philip Hodgson gaining just a bit on Bill. To the outside goes Philip. Let's be brave. Certainly bold move, and I think side by side still. Phil's just going to give him a friendly little tap, and that is his chances over. We've got to go to Nicky. Rugaled has left the session, and Nicky's had a mare out of that corner compared to Gardaman. Gardaman in standard does. And look how much Nicky's gaining. Can Nicky launch one? No, he can't. Just do it too far back. It's unfortunate for him. Just watch Nicky as he comes down into the break zone. Lap 22 out of 34. Not long to go now. And Gardner looks like he's just going to be holding on for the race victory. Kyle had such good pace in those hards in qualifying, but he's just gone away in the race. And we got a bit of an instant, I think. Or we got a bit of a big battle going on. No, we got two separate ones. I thought it was one big one. Alex, oh, Waste, oh my god, oh, Waste, he hits the wall, cut the corner just a little, has ended up in the barriers, which is unfortunate for him, and that is his race over and done with, and I wonder if we'll see any sort of safety car, virtual safety car. We don't know. Safety car would spice us up one hell of a bit, but Waste hasn't retired. It's down in P15 with no front wing, and he will be having to box at the end of this lap to actually keep some sort of grip in his car. So look how much turning he's got. He's got nothing in that car. Okay, Bourne says the fastest. I can't actually see 15.3. I think that is from him. Good lap from him. Garnerman and Nicky once again. Nicky gains on Garnerman. Now under braking, Garnerman does just enough to keep ahead of Nicky. Nicky's dropping off a bit now. I thought Nicky could have this in the bag, but Garnerman just stepped up for a whole another level with these last set of laps. Expected to keep going. Got Bill, Philip Polkston, switch back from Bill, neutral in fact for Bill. So gonna allow ILRGT to have a little chance here, getting past him. No chance of getting past there. ILRGT's got another 10 laps to go on these mediums. That's a big ask if you ask me. I don't think he'll be able to get to the end. I have to watch his battle for the lead once again though, because it's getting ever closer. I feel like we'll see a swap of positions on this straight. Here we go. Is he close enough, Nicky? No, he's just running in none, letting Garnerman drain his ass. But Garnerman is doing a sensational job with those airs, holding on very nicely. Got them out for P11, spicing up. Bill, ILRGT with KK all fighting out for what could eventually mean the last point of this race. Philip Polston's involved in this battle as well. Philip on those 8-lap old hards. He's looking to hold guys off behind him. Of Bill on 11-lap old hard. ILRGT 9-lap old mediums. You know what? ILRGT just got passed by KK. It's unfortunate for him. Will KK dive down the inside Bill? He will. Great move from the KK. Gets past 2 on the straight. But ILRGT is going to come back. They're going to be side by side of the two. ILRGT will not want to get this up without a fight. I think he's going to have to give up there, because it's a KK's corner. And the KK gets up into P11. Trying to find Nicky. Once again, not close enough is Nicky. Turns the airs down and can't get any closer. And then once again, I turn my attention to a KK now. See what the Alpha Romeo driver can do. Should be pretty standard here. Get a better grip off this corner, and then here we go. Bill gets a 3-second tyre penalty, but here we go. DRS enabled for a KK, and he gets the move done up into P10. Nice and easy for him. Let's see. These are like the only two battles out on track, and Nicky's not close enough to attack Garnerman. Garnerman's done a fantastic job on his airs though. 90% he's found himself on, which is just amazing. And Nicky is getting ever closer to the back of that Ferrari. I expect the Ferrari to have 100% battery by next time I come on board with him. He's doing an amazing job. Ferrari like this in real life. Should be dominant. Dominant. See, DRS slipstream. What can the Williams driver do? Can he launch one? No, just a bit too far back, unfortunately, for him. Got Alex. Alex down the inside of Y-Racer. And Alex is going to get the move done, although they're going to be side by side in the straight now. Who's got the DRS? Would it be Y-Racer? It is Y-Racer. Round the outside goes the Ferrari driver. And Alex is not going to get this up. Oh, there's going to be contact on the brake in there. And he can't stay ahead, which is unfortunate for him. But they're going to still be side by side through turn 7. And Y-Racer holds it around the outside. He's in no mood to let someone go easy. Very good from him. See, I think I have to turn my attention up to the battle for the race lead once again, because look how close Nicky is now. Both very good battery saving. Both have done an amazing job on it, which is good for them. And now Nicky will be looking to fly past Guyman here with DRS and Slipstream enabled. Lap 27 out of 34. Nicky makes his move down the outside. Can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Good driving there from Nicky. And Nicky is up into the race lead. Got Alex once again on the back of Y-Racer. Y-Racer's fought hard. I'll be fighting hard once again to keep hold of this position. Look how hard it's contact on the straight. Oh my god, first. This is a bit too aggressive now. Getting a bit of the illegal side from Y-Racer. And Alex gets through up into P8. Good driving from Alex to keep himself well composed under what was very aggressive defending. And I know if that was me, I think I might have struggled to just be the same. Anyway, Robo Jeep and Bill are battling. Round the outside goes Bill on Robo Jeep. Good move from Bill up into P12, and Robo Jeep hits the wall unfortunately after hitting the back of Bill, and that is his race pretty much over and done with. Expect to see him pull into the pits and possibly retire. Y-Racer has pit. This is going to be a front wing change. No, he goes on another set of hards. Wow. Oh, J-Luke getting past. I am capable, I didn't see that. J-Luke 22 lap old high. He's got to go another 6 laps still before he gets to the end, so we could still see a J-Luke puncture here, we don't know. Robo Chief in a set of softs, which baffle me why Y-Race is coming out another set of hards. Just don't get it. Let's watch Guyman on the back of Nicky. Well, he's not really on the back of Nicky. The tables are turned here. Nicky's starting to gap him. He's going to use a bit of this battery. Robo Jeep just coming out of the pit lane now. And Nicky's going to get a bit of DRS here from Robo Jeep, I think. We'll see. And no, here is the detection zone, so he won't in fact get DRS. So it's good to see Guyman just within range of having it, just about. Lucky if it was a little bit later in the detection zone, he could have been out of the DRS, and that could have been big issues for the Ferrari driver. So I'm going to turn my attention for the battle for P10 between Philip Pogson and Bill. Philip being on these hard 13 laps, going to Bill 16, and Y-Racer pits again. Bit of a mistake there from Bill, he can't get through. Can he dive one down the inside? No, he can't, just a bit too far back. I think those are the tyres he wanted to fit, was Y-Racer. Still baffles me why he pit where he does. He didn't need to, in my opinion. J-Luke is pit. Is he going for a set of softs? That's risky. He might not get points now, J-Luke. 24 laps on a set of mediums. On a set of hards, sorry. Decent stint, but you would have had to go to the end in my opinion. And look at this, Guyman coming back at Nicky now. We actually have a race long fight for the race lead, which is what you love to see. Nicky driving quite well at the moment. both drivers driving very well. Kyle's done a reasonable job to try and hold on, but I think it'll be a bit too much for him. The drivers quite separated from each other at this stage, I'd say. Apex Whiteout pits now. What I assume is going to be a fastest lap attempt from him. A lot of drivers coming out attempting the fastest lap. Whether they'll do it, that's a whole different matter. Highly unlikely, but we'll see. Anyway, I have to watch this for the race league because Gardaman is gaining and gaining. He's got a good run through turn 1, has he? Nicky just as good. Bill gets a 3-second time penalty. No, he's all over the back of Philip Hodgson as well. But I have to see this. I have to watch it. Look how quickly Gardaman's gaining. It's not going to be enough under the braking, I think. Oh, late on the brakes. I thought he was going to power into the back of Nicky there. He can't get done. Let's watch Philip Hodgson and Bill. Round the final corner comes Bill. Lap 31 out 34. Getting ever close to the back of Philip Hodgson for that 1 point. 1 point which could mean all. Got Jay Lucas on the back of a KK. Jay Lucas gained like mad in these softs. Here we go. And easy move for Jay Luke up into P8. Can Bill launch one? No, it's just a bit too far back. Lap 32 now. Gardaman got a better. Oh my god, I thought he was going to end up in a barrier there because that car was twitching and twitching. Very, very big moment through turn 1. Pushing a bit too hard now. Maybe I'd settle for a second over a DNF. I would settle for that. You always got it in your instinct. You just always want to win. If you can't, then don't throw away what is a very good result. You know what? He's going to launch it from an absolute mile back, Gardaman. Wow! If you get that done, that'd be brave. It would have been beautiful. And Nicky just holds on. Wow, that would have been a really good move from Gardaman there if he could have got through. Nicky shut the door. We got yellows and set the free. Oh, why race up? Is the wrong way round. We'll watch Nicky to see if there will be any conflict here between the two. Got Bill actually just getting past Philip Hodgson. Yeah. And Bill gets up into P10. Look at that, it's ever closer. We're getting ever closer. And look at that, 3 and a bit tense. The gap is gaining and gaining. And you know what? He's going to get the move done, I think. Down the inside goes Gardaman. Nicky will be looking to hold it round the outside. And you know what? He can't. Gardaman takes a race lead. What a topsy-turvy race this has been. We've seen overtakes for the lead, left, right and centre. I think that could have been the last overtake we could have on the penultimate lap. He's waited ages as Gardaman. I think he's timed it to perfection. As we approach the final lap, I think I have to watch this battle. I have to. Nicky's going to give it all he can on this final lap. And look at that, he's gaining so much here, but he won't go for it to turn 1 because he will hinder his run out of here. And look at that, he's already lost a lot compared to Gardaman. So I wonder if he could possibly get past Nicky on this straight. It's the final time they're going to be going down this straight. Who will win? Will it be Nicky? Will it be Gardaman? Gardaman looks like he's got a better run there, but Nicky will be fighting to try and get through. Here we go. DRS, slipstream. What will Gardaman do? Nicky gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining. He's going to go round the outside. Nicky late on the brakes. Gardaman even later. And Nicky's going to hold it. Are they going to be side by side the last lap? Gardaman versus Nicky. Gardaman just holds on, and Nicky round the outside, turn 7. He's going to try and come down the inside. No, he can't. Gardaman locks up, and I think Gardaman just does enough to hold on. MK Ball gets past Ryan Berry. These two fighting hard and fighting up. I have to go to Nicky. And ooh, Nicky got him, man. I do. Here we go. It's been a very good race from these two. And Gardaman will cross the line in the race. Will it stay like that? Yes, it will. What a battle between those two. Kyle will come home for third. Kyle wins! Out of nowhere! Okay, Kyle wins the German Grand Prix. My God, out of nowhere. Wow, MK Ball comes home 5th, Ryan 6th, Alex 7th, having completed utter shock about that. Wow. 8th will be J Luke. Ninth will be a KK. The 10th will be Bill setting his PB, I believe. Yep, on his final lap. Philip Holston will get 10th, Bill 11th. Then we'll go to Star, who's got no front end grip whatsoever. What if he's got a bit of front wing damage? Wade's coming over in a P13 from a position where it looks so good. He'll be very disappointed with this. 14th will be Ryan Racer. And then last will be Robo Jeep. What a race that was. Did not think we'd see Kyle win that. I really didn't. What a result there for Kyle from out of nowhere. And he gets both driver of the day. And the champagne is sprayed here in Germany. Kyle steals a victory by 0.6 of a second. What a result from him. I feel like if Gardaman and Nicky didn't battle, it could have been a bit different. But they had to battle. Anyway, your race winner getting 0 penalties was LK Kyle. 2nd Gardaman, 3rd Nicky, 4th Danskar, 5th is MK Bourne, 6th Ryan Berry, 7th Alex, great drive from him. 8th is J Luke, 9th is OKK, and then 10th is Philip Hogston. 11th we've got Bill, 12th Star, 13th Race, 14th Race Speedway Racer, 15th Robo Jeep, then Apex White House 16th. Got Rude, Gunnin, Senna and Panos all DNFing. I have been lobby host and streamer at Lottie Nickel. Now I'm off to ILR1 for my race, so thank you for watching everyone and good night.